Hey, and welcome back to Give It a Shot, the Mystery Box Edition. Today, we've got 5 movies that... I don't really know why I thought that was a good idea. That just sounded too bad and affected. And to be honest, if I ever sound like that, and I'm not doing it as a comedy bit, which I wouldn't even consider what I just did comedy, but if I did it and I was not attempting to be ironic, I want someone to drag me behind the woodshed and put me out of my misery. I apologize for that. I will never do that again. I can't guarantee it, but this episode at least, it's not happening again. So, again, welcome to the Mystery Box edition of Give It a Shot, where I take 5 random DVDs, throw them into this box, shake it up, not stirred, and whatever comes out is what I watch, and give you basically my idea of what I thought of it. So, what do we have today? Well, we got 4 returning favorites and 1 newbie. And first up, we've got Itty Bitty Heartbeats. We do things from the heart, and everybody's head is a heart. Actually looks like they're talking asses, but they're hearts. Hip Hop Shop, Dance Like Britney and Justin, although given what's happened recently, I don't think you should be dancing like either one of them, because you're either drunk or you're handling knives, and that can't be good for what looks to be a 9-year-old on the box. Castillo in Mission Mouse, probably one of the uglier puppet-looking things. I'm assuming this is puppets, judging by the cover. I mean, not even the place I bought it from likes it. It was 50 cents. Scratch that, it was $1.25. So, people really didn't like it. Otto Be Good, Out of the Wilderness. More Cars stuff, because they're easy to animate. And then finally, new to the Give It a Shot box. I cannot say this word. Pahapahui Island. Do It Afraid. More puppets. I'm not entirely familiar who Joyce Meyer is, but apparently they make it a big deal that she is in this. Oh dear God! It is a multi-award winning series, including a Telly Award. I have so many inside jokes about that, and if I get this at some point, and I hope this isn't like last time where it was the new entrant got it and came out, I'll explain my love of Tellys and why I make them such a joke. Let's just hope they don't win it this time. Alright. Time to do the dance of joy, Cousin Laddie. Die, 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 ah, shit! Ah! Alright, you miserable cell. What are you giving me? We're going to the Hip Hop Shop. We are going to Dance Like Britney and Justin, where kids learn moves from your favorite music videos. I just danced like nobody was watching, even though like 6 people watched this on YouTube. What kind of dance moves could this bullshit teach me? Whatever. let's just get on with it. Well. Oh. Well, that tastes like thinned out Robitussin and ass, which might be better than what I just watched. Whew, boy. Okay, so where do I even start? So this is Hip Hop Shop, Dance Like Britney and Justin. This is... whoa. This is awful. Not for the reasons that you think. And I'm going to get into them. But if you just want the TLDR version, it's shit. Okay? I'm not expecting much when it comes to a video like this. I've done videos like this. Like Johnny Thunder, I think was the name of it. All I remember was the antagonist's name. The Crimson Sausage. You know, shit like that. So this is not my first time with something like this. Hell, even the Omega Zone was something similar. This, though, is on a different level. Not because it's shit dancing, which it is. But there are things in this that, well, just haven't aged all that well. So, where do I begin? Okay, first of all, I would go about a story, but this thing has about as much story as porn. Which is to say, not much. And the funny thing about the story in this is that they don't conclude said story. So... this is gonna go swimmingly, I can tell. So... our story consists of 3 children who are attempting to dance in a hallway. And they allude to their dancing as terrible and say something to the effect of, "We are not ready for the talent show tonight."
We're so not ready for tonight.
So embarrassing. Let's just forget about it.
Forget about the show? No way. I'll do it on my own. I can lip sync and I can dance.
No way.
Okay, yeah, judging by what you've just done, I would agree with you. It looks like you've got fleas. So, we are, then introduced to a character who pops out of a door and says, "You're not gonna quit this, this talent show or whatever, you're going to do it, but we'll teach you some moves.
Quitting? Who's quitting? There's no quitting around here. Dance isn't all of it. It comes from right here. All you have to do is practice.
Okay, fine. That's a sensible plot. And then they go through the dance moves, as you do, and then they have no conclusion. They don't talk about the talent show anymore. It's done. So, this thing is, as far as I'm concerned, a bit of a scam. I don't want to completely call it a scam because I'm sure it had some redeeming quality to it. I mean, they do have dancers. There are 4 dancers. Maybe 3. I think 3. Shit, I don't remember anymore. It's just because it all kind of melds together. But I remember that the first person who teaches us dance moves, her name is Moscow. We're not really told why she's called Moscow, but that is her name. I'm sure that's what her mama calls her. And she starts us off with some stretching.
We're going to start off with a basic warm-up. It's very important that you stretch out your body before you begin to dance.
I typically call that filler, but, you know, these are children. You probably should at least a little bit, and they do. I think she may have shown them a move or two, but I don't really remember. And then the second person shows up, and then she goes through some moves. And then the last guy shows up. He is a b-boy. Now, I don't know a ton about b-boy culture, but I've watched enough B-Bell production skate films to know good b-boy dancing when I see it. If you've ever watched Street Dwellers 1, 2, or 3, and I know none of you know what the fuck any of this is, they're old skate videos. But if you watch any of that, or Mr. Moose, The Adventures of Mr. Moose Knuckle, or My Daily Routine, you will see breakdancing in that, and it is phenomenal breakdancing interspersed in these skate videos, and they look great. This dude probably is competent. Like all 3 of them are competent in what they do. But I was a little concerned when he showed up because I'm like, oh god, these children will die. Because since there's no story, we'll just get into the presentation of the whole thing. These kids aren't... They may be dancers, but they're not top of the line dancers. They are okay. And I in my mind, I'm trying to justify that with, well, you want the kids at home who are attempting this crap to, you know, have something to relate to. Like, these kids just can't dance that well, and they learn as you learn. I can understand that ploy. However, there's a lot here that I truly believe that these kids were not hired from like some sort of talent agency or anything like that. Like, they kind of, like, I almost get the feeling that they were pulled from the school that they were filming this in. Some of the things that, like, some of the kids look at the camera when they definitely shouldn't be. Certain dance moves really jack them up. Like, there's one by the b-boy he calls the truck driver, where your arms are like trying to hold a steering wheel and do this, as well as move your legs. None of them can do it. even particularly well. But the 5 that are there, like, they're the ones that they really highlight. There's a couple more, like there's a DJ. Something tells me during the audition he kind of tanked, but they wanted to let him feel okay about himself, so they put him behind the DJ booth, in the DJ booth, or behind the table, and they had a couple on some gym mats, I guess, to just have them there. They don't really serve a purpose. They don't talk. Of course, nobody really talks in this except the instructors, which is probably the better thing. You don't want this to be like a Silver Foxes video where they're fighting. They're alright dance moves. They're very basic things, you know, but it is under that scam. This is where it feels like a scam to me. Like, we're going to teach you all these moves that, you know, these artists know. And, I mean, they are genuine dance moves, but there are certain things that they say and do which kind of tell me that this is all just like, just do your thing. Like the second lady, she's like, throw your own flavor into it. Which, yes, I understand dance's expression of the person and, you know, what's in you and all that. But like, it's like, hey, no rules. You do your thing. Then
Guys at home, with these movements, you can make any routine you like. It's an infinite number of routines, and the creativity is yours. We are here to help you have a great time, okay?
why in the hell are we learning anything here? So it's just, it doesn't work in that respect. So it feels a little cynical there. Like they're just trying to get money out of parents. And when the B-boy shows up, I believe his street name was Crazy Legs.
Crazy Legs is the true B-boy and a member of the Rocksteady crew.
That's when I got concerned. Like the other dances were like, okay, you could almost see them happening at a drunken marriage. At a a drunken marriage dinner, whatever you call that damn thing. It starts with an R. Reception. Thank you, Jesus. We didn't really have one, so. But they were like mainly moves that your drunk aunt could possibly do when she's not doing the electric slide. So they're not too hard. But then when the B-boy shows up, I'm like, oh God, these children are about to die. Because he didn't do it when he introed himself. But I was waiting for him to spin on his head. Or do like some really crazy movements that I've seen B-boys do. Like spin themselves using just their forearms. Like they're upside down and spinning themselves. Like I have seen some amazing stuff. But thankfully he didn't do that, because it's like, and I even think that people who are making this video knew that if you even remotely showed that, it would give kids ideas, and they ended up breaking a lot of shit in their house. So they thankfully didn't do that. But I mean, okay, in terms of instruction, like all the instruction's good. Like they have second angles on things, and they kinda go through it. But like a lot of it, and I don't know, maybe it's just me. Like as they're going through the motions, the 5 dancers behind the leader are kind of just like bop 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 back and forth, and like that's a little distracting to me, because I want to look at them and not her. Primarily because it's like there's a lot of shit going on behind you, and you're going really slow. So that didn't really help. So you go through all of this, and at the end there's a giant street dance where everybody just kind of goes out and does their thing, and it's like a giant dance video. And that's it. Like there's no conclusion to this whole thing about a talent show. It's just, this is it. Like, then what the hell? Huh? Like we had this conflict. Like we we don't want to go to the talent show because we're going to embarrass ourselves. And now it's like, let's go outside and dance like fools. All right, fine. So yeah, there. And presentation wise, and this is where a lot of the shots come from. This is definitely a product of its time. And as you're looking at this video that I'm showing you right now, I want you to guess when this is happening. Okay? I'm going to slow it down as they're dancing out on the street. Maybe you've already figured it out by now. So, in case you haven't figured it out, let me just spell it out. It's shot pre-9/11. The DVD has a copyright on it of 2001. And as you've noticed in the background, the Twin Towers are still standing. Okay, that'd have been one thing, right? They're just boom in the background. You can see them plain as day. So as far as I can tell, they're somewhere in Lower Manhattan. I don't know where, but Lower Manhattan is what I'm thinking. I can't tell direction, but if you can see the Twin Towers, you are definitely in Lower Manhattan, or at least in the Manhattan area. I'm supposing. I don't know. My New York geography isn't that great, but I do know that those towers were in Manhattan. So in the comments, if you've already said dumb shit like, yeah, you live in Staten Island, it's been a long time since I've been to New York City. Sorry. Regardless. So that's there. That doesn't help me. Another product of its time, some of the fashion. Notably, the one boy up front. I haven't thought of these pants in forever, but there was a time when you could buy pants with multiple zippers that went up your leg that could act as adjustable shorts. Like, there are multiple layers of zippers, so if you want to change the length of your pants, you could do it. I never owned a pair that I can recall. I don't want to say I never owned a pair, but I do recall that those were a thing that the Utes were wearing at that time. I myself never did. I did wear a lot of cargo shorts back then. That was pretty common. I do enjoy cargo shorts. I'd wear them again in a heartbeat if they were big enough. And the other thing that really hurt this and definitely dates it is the computer graphics. Now, this is 2001. Computer graphics, they're not, in that prehistoric age, like, reboot, but this is pretty bad. This stuff reminds me of Rhapsody Street Kids. Now, thankfully, it's not all the time, but they loop it a lot. A lot. Like, this CG that they use is bad, and that is what really kills it. Oh, God, this is the kind of drink that makes me want to punch babies. Ugh! So, not only do you have these bad CG characters, which are modeled after the dancers, and they all look horrible, but they also have New York City, and they love to use the Twin Tower imagery a lot in this. So it really does not help this cause at all. It's it serves a purpose, I guess. If it gets your kid off the damn couch and has them dancing, cool. But in reality, this feels almost fraudulent. And I'm sure, like the B-boy dancer in Moscow and the other lady, yes, they are legitimate dancers. Like, they are who they say they are. But I just feel like this could have been done, I don't know, maybe a little bit better in some way, shape, or form. The other thing that gets me that I'm still scratching my head over, there's a girl in the final dance video that they highlight a lot who's not part of the original 5. I don't know who she is. She's got like pigtails or something, extension coming out of the top of her head. I don't know what it's about. She's featured a lot. I don't know who she is. Like, I don't know if she was sick the day that they were supposed to shoot that part or what, but there she is now. I'm kind of flabbergasted by the whole, like, what does this have to do with anything? And so it's not very good. It's just the thing I can only say about it is, like, I mean, the instruction looks okay, but the kids don't really do well. I mean, and the funnier thing is the B-roll of kids, like the second string is over there on the gym mats and behind the DJ table, and they're not doing much better. So sorry that you kids got stuck behind that, so that little exposure. So, like, basically their whole thing was when the front 5 did shit, they would jump over to those other 3 and hopefully they would do something a little bit better. That's the only thing I can imagine that they were doing. I mean, it looks well produced. I'm not gonna crap on that, but just some of it is just really dated, especially with that computer animation and the Twin Towers. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's just because I'm older and I remember those buildings, and it's not like it gives me any kind of trauma or anything like that. It's just, oh, there they are. Those used to be a thing, and now they're not. Because I remember exactly where I was when those things fell. So it's kind of like that. So it's just kind of odd. And the other off-putting thing is, the moment I open this DVD to watch it, the first thing I'm hit with is this. I got John Cleese holding wine. Like, if that's not a sign for what the fuck I should be doing when watching this, I don't know what is. And it's all about some television program he had. Wine for the Confused. So, your guess is as good as mine. Like, this is not in there. I don't even know why this is in there, other than the fact that it's from Cock Entertainment, which is what this is from. Cock Vision. I'm not even touching that. But I will say this. The capper on all of this, now that I'm thinking about it, is the way this packaging is. It has all the tropes of shit you should not do. And I will definitely put pictures up of it. You've got 10,000, I can't even count anymore, fucking fonts on the back, including the infamous fucking Comic Sans. It's there. Like, how do you get peace, unity? I don't even fucking know. It's a fucking lie about the running time. It is not 45 minutes. This fucker was 35. What? Cut back to me. Why in the fuck is everybody lying about the runtime anymore? I don't get it. But they're doing it. Aladdin pulled that shit on me, and now this. Why? Why can't you tell me a fucking runtime? instead of lying and cutting me off another 10 minutes. At least you weren't as bad as Aladdin and cut me off like an extra 20. They fucking did it. Holy shit. They didn't even talk about Beat Street, whatever Beat Street is. These pictures in here, they don't exist. They don't. This whole thing's a fucking lie. Fuck. I drank the whole fucking thing of this Defy shit, which is supposed to be a sports drink, and then they throw fucking caffeine in it. That's not a smart idea. You want to give somebody a fucking heart attack? That's what you do. This is a heart attack in a bottle. I am so... at this point. All shots. All the shots. That's what this is, because it's shit. It's shit. It's shit. I have my father's ashtrays right now. I should be smoking something in these, but I'm not. And I know some of you are like, what the fuck's an ashtray? Because you all do vape life anymore. Ah! There, that's my review. That's what I give this. It's not even shots anymore. It's just ah! So there you go. So until next time, kids, toodles!